Good afternoon, everyone. Not you. Time for the Alter Ego live sale. New day and time, Tuesdays at 4 p.m. is when we're going to be slinging the new comics for the week and possibly having some other surprises as we go along. So it is a super exciting week for new releases. 3 big new titles that I think everyone should pick up. And we'll start with that. So let me get set up here and get this on the screen. We will get this in the comments. I am. So give me a shout if you're hanging out in the live sale today so I can say, hey, appreciate you watching. As I said, it's a huge week. We actually ran out of new this week tags because there are so many new titles, but also some cool variants that you may want to add to your collection. So the way this works is I will be holding up some new comics to talk about, and if it's something that you're interested in, you comment sold and the name of the comic. And it's as simple as that. If you're local, we just ask that you come in within 2 weeks to pick up anything that you've requested. If you're outside of the area, we do ship all over the United States, and there's a link in the comments to fill out a Google form and give us your info. Hey, John, watching over on the YouTubes today rather than Facebook. I should say we are streaming live on YouTube and Facebook, so whichever works best for you. And yeah, I thought, as I mentioned last week, I'm going to be try to do this every Tuesday at 4 p.m. It's a time that works for me. And if you don't catch it live, you can always watch the replay and comment after the fact. As long as there's product still available, I will confirm and pull for you. So here we go. Let me go grab some comics.
We need like old music right now.
You do. Please stand by. Guess I didn't need to grab everything, but oh well. All right. First up this week is Alpha Flight issue number 2. It is $4. And if you missed out on Alpha Flight number 1, we still have one copy of Alpha Flight number 1 for $4. I really enjoyed this first issue. I haven't had a chance to read the second issue yet, but I was pleasantly surprised by Alpha Flight number 1. Issue number 1, $4. I have 1 copy left, and we have a couple copies of Alpha Flight issue number 2, also $4. We have Uncanny Avengers issue number 2. This is $4. And this is the Avengers Unity Squad back in action after the Hellfire Gala. And mutants and humans are having to work together to overthrow the evil Orcus. That just sounds weird even saying that. Uncanny Avengers number 2, $4. We still have copies of number 1 as well. Also, this one is $5. It is slightly larger. $5 for Uncanny Avengers number 1 if you want to get up to speed, and issue 2 comes out this week. We've got a new facsimile edition this week. We've got Detective Comics number 58. This is reprinting the first appearance of the Penguin from 1941. Detective Comics number 58, facsimile edition from 1941, reprinting the first appearance of the Penguin. This is, let's play Hide the Price. Wow. $7. There we go. Eventually, I found it. Batman Superman World's Finest is taking advantage of Nick Cage Superman showing up in the Flash movie to do a variant of Nick Cage as Superman. So this is the Nick Cage variant to World's Finest, issue number 19, $5. James Tynion's Blue Book, Volume 1 is available. This is $25, and this is a series about alien abduction based on actual reports. Either of you been abducted?
No.
No abductions have happened to anyone in the store. Perhaps they've happened to you. Have you woken up feeling like you've been probed? No?
Not gonna touch it.
Blue Book, well, I'm not going to touch it. Blue Book, Volume 1, $25. The truth is out there, by the way. Super excited about this one. Captain America #1, written by J. Michael Straczynski, artwork by Jesus Sayez. This is the team behind one of the best series that DC has done in the last 20 years, the Brave and Team-Ups of the Brave and the Bold. And it's just great. I read it. I super enjoyed it. Captain America #1 is $6. Again, written by J. Michael Straczynski. And hopefully you know who JMS is. He's the creator of one of my favorite TV shows of all time, Babylon 5. But he also, got his start writing for He-Man and She-Ra and The Real Ghostbusters and Murder, She Wrote, and has written Hollywood movies like World War Z and The Changeling and Marvel Studios' Thor. He was involved with writing that. He also was in the movie. Straczynski is a huge comic book fan. He's a fantastic writer, and I can't wait to see what he does with Captain America. Get in on the ground floor with this first issue for $6. And I will go grab some more comics. All right, moving right along. Glad to hear that Ed has not been probed lately. That means maybe it did happen in the past. New from Image Comics, Hexagon Bridge, issue #1. This is $4. This is kind of a trippy sci-fi series. If that's your jam, then you probably want to check it out. Or maybe you don't get jam, you just get honey and you kiss it on the lips. Thank you, Gary Busey, for installing that soundbite into my brain. John Stewart is back in Green Lantern War Journal, issue #1. $4 for Green Lantern War Journal, written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Man, he's a busy guy. Artwork by, I don't know who. Are we going to get a page with credits? There we go. Montos, Montos, not to be confused with Mentos. Montos is the artist for Green Lantern War Journal, issue #1. One of the most interesting series of, I guess, last year that is still going on this year is Earth Divers. I'm curious to check this out. I read the first issue and I liked it. It's about a group of indigenous folks living in the future where the United States has gone to crap, and they discover a way to go back in time, and they decide that the best way to ensure that the future doesn't turn out the way it does is to kill Columbus. That would be Christopher Columbus. And that is what this story, this first arc, is about. Lots of praise for this. Scott Snyder says, a more than rollicking time travel adventure, a piercingly resonant examination of the American project. It is $18. The New York Times, actually, Rebecca, this person, Rowan Horse, author of Black Sun, sharp, unexpected, and fearless, incredible. Earth Divers, looking forward to diving into this. No pun intended. $18 gets you the graphic novel. Yeah, Chris Columbus, and the guy that made Home Alone and Harry Potter. Not that guy. No one wants to go back in time and kill Chris Columbus, right? It's Christopher Columbus. I haven't read this yet, but this has gotten a lot of positive buzz. We've got Know Your Station by Sarah Gailey. This is from Boom Studios. It is $20. That's all I know. Maybe that's all you need to know. Wow, all kinds of trades. We got Old Dog, Volume 1 by Declan Shalvey. This is $9.99. What a steal for the first 6 issues of Old Dog, plus a short story from the Image 30th Anniversary Anthology. Old Dog, Volume 1, $10. It's a spy thriller. All right, probably the biggest book of the week is Predator versus Wolverine. Yay! Finally, something super awesomely fun and action-packed to read. Predator vs. Wolverine is written by regular Wolverine writer Benjamin Percy. Artwork is in this issue is by Greg Land and Ken Lashley. Greg Land does the young Wolverine story, and that's kind of turn of the century Wolverine, turn of the 19th century Wolverine, or turn of the 20th century. I don't remember. Bone Claws Wolverine. And then Ken Lashley does the present day kind of sort of stuff. So this is going to be, I think it's a 5-issue miniseries, and it's Wolverine versus Predator through different eras of time. And 2 of the biggest, baddest creatures to ever walk the planet get to fight each other. And Wolverine's always been one of my favorite characters. I'm super excited. Thank you, Ed. 20th century. I used to know these things. This is $8 for issue number 1. It is an oversized issue, so we have several covers to choose from. And Owen, I do see your comment there. I'm going to pull you cover A, unless I hear otherwise. We have the Steve McNiven variant. $8 for this one. We have the Wolverine homage to the Incredible Hulk issue that Todd McFarlane drew. This one is $8. We've got the flip side to it. We've got the Predator homage variant, $8. And then I've got a 1 in 50 variant for $25. I have one of these. Continuing along, and just to repeat, Owen, I got you down for Wolverine versus Predator, or Predator versus Wolverine. Ram V has a new creator-owned book out from Boom Studios called Rare Flavors. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but if you like Ram V, you may want to check it out. This is $5 for Rare Flavors issue number 1. If you're a child of the 80s like I am, we've got the ROM Space Knight issue number 1 facsimile edition. So this is an exact reprint of the first issue of ROM published by Marvel Comics. $5 for the ROM #1 facsimile edition. We have a Shang-Chi and the Quest for Immortality. This is an all-ages book published by Scholastic. It's an original graphic novel. $13 for Shang-Chi and the Quest for Immortality. And we have a new What If story this week. What If Dark Carnage? Written by industry legend Larry Hama. This is $5. Artwork by John McCrae. If you're a Carnage fan, you probably want to check this one out. Continuing along with this week's new releases, we have Star Wars Dark Droids D-Squad, issue #1. This is a miniseries within the miniseries featuring R2-D2 leading a squad of droids. Dark Droids has been excellent, great little miniseries, crossover, I should say, within the Star Wars universe. This is $6 for Dark Droids D-Squad, issue #1. Speaking of Star Wars, The High Republic Adventures, The Nameless Terror. Collects the Nameless Terror miniseries, 4-issue miniseries. $20 for Star Wars, The High Republic Adventures, The Nameless Terror. There's been a series of one-shots happening over at Strange Academy. This week we get Strange Academy Moon Knight. This one is $5. And we've got a new story arc kicking off in Superman. So if you've been away from Superman for a while, or you want to jump into Superman again, issue #6, the beginning of a new storyline, great jumping on point, $5, the introduction of a new villain called the Chained. All right. Got our last batch of new releases here, including the first volume of Two-Fisted Tales from the EC archives. Dark Horse has been publishing these for about 2 years now, maybe a little longer. Actually, it was probably 3+ years. And reprinting some of the EC comics from the 1950s. This one is all about war stories or He-Man adventures. He-Man Adventure. This has nothing to do with He-Man or Masters of the Universe, even though they have Fisto, and this is Two-Fisted Tales. Two-Fisted Tales, a bunch of war comics from the EC archives, $20 for volume 1. We have a new Witcher series from Dark Horse. Witcher, Wild Animals, issue #1 of 4, $4. We also have a new Witcher graphic novel, The Witcher, The Ballad of Two Wolves, $20. We added a few issues of Wolverine this week, a few copies of this, because everyone loves to see Wolverine and the Hulk together in the same book. So this is Wolverine #37, guest starring the Hulk. I haven't been reading Wolverine for a bit, and I was able to pick it up and completely understand what was going on. Lots of kind of throwbacks to the past history between these two characters. If you're a fan of Wolverine and or the Hulk, I highly recommend it. $5 for Wolverine number 37. And one of the other, I should say, the other of the big three releases this week is Wonder Woman number 1, written by Tom King, artwork by Daniel Sampere. This is $5, and it is awesome. It is a take on Wonder Woman that we have not seen before. It is full of action and espionage and stunning artwork by Sampere. And then my phone rang. See if it's anybody I need to talk to. Oh, I could talk to you later. So this is cover A of Wonder Woman number 1. Tom King he's a fantastic writer, and he probably wouldn't have taken this gig if he didn't have a really cool story to tell. So super excited for this. In fact, I've already read it, and I recommend it. I think this is great for fans of the Wonder Woman, of the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman on the big screen, fans of Wonder Woman in general who may not read comics, but also comic book fans who want to read a great Wonder Woman story. It covers all the bases. $5 for issue number 1. We have a couple different covers. This is cover A. We have the Art Germ cover. This is $1 more, so it's $5.99. And then I have one of the 1 in 25 variants for $15. This is by Matteo Scalera. And our final entry for the day is Uncanny Spider-Man issue number 1. Not really a spoiler, but this is not Spider-Man. You can tell by looking at the cover. This is Nightcrawler, who is hanging out in the streets of New York trying to do some good while flying under the radar of the previously mentioned Orcus, who have put a bounty basically on every mutant's head. Great story by Cy Spurrier, stunning artwork by Lee Garbett, and some great exchanges between Kurt Wagner or Wagner in the German, and Peter Parker as Spider-Man. So Spider-Man does make an appearance in here. Very, very interesting. If you're following the Fall of X, or if you're a Nightcrawler fan, this is a must buy. $5 for Uncanny Spider-Man issue number 1. And John, I got you down for Wonder Woman. And that is it. Short and sweet. That's the way these are going to be. Just like 20-30 minutes of going through the new releases. And if you can catch me live Tuesdays at 4, great. If you can't, you can always watch this after the fact and comment sold with any of the items that you're interested in, and I'll follow up on social media. So that is it. I thank you for tuning in and hanging out. Hope you have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday, an amazing new comic book day tomorrow on Wednesday, and we hope to see you soon right here at Alter Ego Comics.